Yeah, I think everyone can hear me.
Let's do that piece in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Profile name, okay, stupid. 35, male, straight, single. My self-summary. Do you really want to hear it all? And all of it, all of me, the entirety of my thoughts and feelings about myself? The whole of one's possessions and goals and interests just laid bare. My complete self wrapped up in a tidy package. I mean, what could go wrong? This is me. A couple of photos, my location, my height, my income, my diet, my alcohol consumption, my drug use, my sexuality, all of it on display for you, requiring no personal communication or contact from you. I mean, what could go wrong? Let's see. I am a liar and a thief. Which is to say that I'm an actor and a writer, by which I mean to say that I lie and I cheat and I steal. And I'm quite accomplished at these skills. I tell falsehoods to strangers who know that they are hearing untruths and still they believe me, occasionally showering me with flowers and praise, booze and BJs. I am also a hopeless romantic. I like long walks on the beach with a bottle of wine. Romantic, yes, but hopeless because often I'm alone while doing this. I am a serial monogamist whose experiments with group sex resulted in a sequence of extremely brief monogamous relationships and predictable breakups. Sadly, I tend to view hopeless romanticism in others as a sign of weakness. 1 is the loneliest number. Therefore, I am large. I contain multitudes. Several of those multitudes are petty and small. Others are mind-blowingly awesome. What I'm doing with my life, trying to survive it for as long as I can, as best I can, while not trying too hard. Writing, revising, throwing that shit away and starting again with something new. Laughing. Life is seriously funny. I'm sorry if you don't get the joke. It is sometimes difficult to see the setup and the punchline from within it. Mostly the humor revolves around just how replaceable we are. A blank and a blank and a blank walk into a bar. Hilarity ensues. But so it goes, putu-weet. I have had a dozen different jobs in the past 2 years. Maybe 2 or 3 of them would fall along what you might call a career path. Mostly I just make it up as I go along. Is making stuff up a career? If not, then I will keep acting like I have a job until then. I do my best to wake up every morning or afternoon or early evening without the use of an alarm clock and without a boss to report to. Oddly, I do most of my best work with the constraint of a schedule and when assisted by an outside eye. I'm still working towards opening my life to a partner in our potential family. I'm an uncle 5 times over, and the thought of being a father just makes me ache, like a piece of my soul is missing or like I've just been kicked in the balls. The last woman who got close enough for me to actually consider having a life with her, she shit on my heart and then killed our unborn child. But she and I are trying to stay friends. You know, part of me still loves her, part of me is broken. I'm really good at laughing at the pain. Never letting them see me cry, walking it off, getting back into the game, punching holes in walls, laughing at the pain, making lists. The first things people usually notice about me. First things, eh? Not the first thing. One thing isn't enough for us. We need to observe and catalog multiple facets in order to make a first impression. Well, I'm tall, hirsute, I have a chipped front tooth and a single cheek dimple, and if you get close enough, you'll notice flecks of green and gold in my hazel eyes. Favorite books, movies, shows, music, and foods. Again, more than one. Can't just be favorite book, favorite movie. Is really no one so simple as anymore as we just like one thing. My favorite books are difficult to put down until they're finished, or they're reference books. My favorite movies can be watched again and again as if for the very first time, or they were terrifyingly effective the first time I saw them and I never ever want to see them again. Case in point, Enter the Void. My favorite shows tend to appear on stage and not on the screen. But if they are on a screen, it's the screen of my computer and not a TV. My favorite music has meaningful lyrics, but occasionally no vocalist on the track. That or it's whatever random pop song is playing that makes me feel like wanting to dance. My favorite food is pizza, period. Except for those lame single topping pizzas. Who are you trying to fool with those? I mean, pizza is made for flavor combinations. Meatball, broccoli, and sun-dried tomato. Ham, pineapple, caramelized onion. Bacon, gorgonzola, green apple. Try it. If you're gonna have a favorite food, make sure it is one that can be endlessly accessorized. I also like Asian food and burritos. 6 things I could never do without. Oxygen, light, water, sleep, food, other people. Or my passport, a camera, my journal, a map, some money, water. Or wine, whiskey, women, music, pizza, water. I think water might be the constant here. I like to stay hydrated and clean. I spend a lot of time thinking about everything, all of it, how big it all is, how small I really am, how any one thing in this world can be so insignificant, and yet an entire system of interconnectedness can turn all those ones and zeros into something larger than the sum of its parts. I think about that and the imaginary inner monologues of passing strangers. On a typical Friday night, I am performing somewhere or having drinks with friends afterwards, watching a friend perform and then having drinks with them afterwards, attending Art Murmur, bike party or something new, curled up on the couch, curled up in bed. The most private thing I am willing to admit. This right here is my 5th or 6th attempt at writing this piece. All the others got discarded. Bits and pieces of them survive in this profile now, except for the one that I wrote about Adam Richman from Man vs. Food. But now that I've gone and mentioned it, I should probably go ahead and talk about it. Side note, he and I went to college together. So I tried to write a fictional account of his quest to eat it all, and then his decision to stop accepting food challenges after 3 years. And I wrote it, and then I throw that piece away. Side note on this side note, though, I too, like Adam, have consumed the Big Texan 72-ounce steak challenge, complete with a shrimp cocktail, baked potato, side salad, and dinner roll. I walked proudly out of that restaurant and then vomited it all up in the parking lot so that my 2 dogs could eat it, like a meat-drunk mother bird. So that is the most embarrassing thing I'm willing to admit. I'm looking for someone, not the one, just someone, maybe 2. I've done that before. 2 is better than 1. Yeah, let's do 2. I could do that again. You should message me if, what's that if doing there? You should message me. And side note, autocorrect changed that to you should massage me. So, you know, you can do that too. LOL.